really put things in perspective. Because, you know, fighting is all mental. So, going back to where we left off, just to recap for the camera, 4 stages of jiu-jitsu. Alright? First is the takedown. I took my training partner down to the ground using a blast double, right? To execute a blast double, head in the center, pull at the hamstrings, and now the training partner's down. Okay? Now I have to address dilemmas one by one. That's how we do things in jiu-jitsu. Rationale, problem solving. So, problem number 1, the legs. How do I get past them? Right? You can always go, that's one way. Very efficient way. You always got to imagine the body in motion, swinging them, because if I just try to pin, he's going to feel the downward pressure, and he's going to try to turn up. So you kind of like fake them out like a feint, like in boxing. And then when you feel, you get past. As soon as you throw the legs past, you cover the distance, but in a very tactful way, okay? You cover the distance to get past this line here, because now you're past the hip line. When you're past the hip line, right, come down the knee on belly. That's 2 points. And this is also, as we know, an incredible control position. Boom. Now, to execute properly on belly, I need the instep here connected with the hip. Always want to stay connected. Boom. Now, the hands, where would I place them? Right? What makes the most sense? To pin them. I can also put it here if my training partner is moving and rotating, but I could also switch back and forth, depending, okay? So that was just an example of maintaining stability, maintaining balance, okay? So now we're here. So the next step would be to start isolating a limb. However, I'm not gonna really start isolating limbs here unless I'm reaching for the arm. But I'll usually advance to a better position first, especially in a situation where your life depends on it. In that case, what you do is called a knee slide, as simple as it sounds, here. And with the heel, very, very specifically, key detail, ding, 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 boom. Then you bring your heels to your butt and also your butt to the hips, right? Because now you're nice and low. Now Ulysses really has no chance. There's a lot of combinations we can work from here. All right, very practically. Like, please stop resisting, sir. I do not want to hurt you, my friend. Now let's wait here, all right, my guy? You know, that type of thing. Yeah. Because you want to de-escalate. And aggravating an assailant is only going to cause him to tense and spaz, and you know, you don't want that. So we control. Like, if you're here, you could rest your body over it. We're big guys. Female law enforcement officers, they definitely got to fucking come like this. But us big guys, we feel it out. If we know that we're providing a lot of pressure, then we can come over and rest here. Look, I'm not expending any energy. See what I'm saying? So at this point, you can be like, my friend, it's all good. We're gonna get you out of here. You know, it's gonna be fine. Just don't move. So I'm mixing in a lot of my own de-escalation stuff that I learned because it's applicable to you and hopefully your friends. But anyways, so going back to the 4 stages, and we did the majority of the positions, okay? Now the only position that we haven't done that's scoring is the back mount, which is here. All right, in order for me to achieve a proper back mount, right, I gotta get my hooks in. Why? The hooks control the hips. Okay. Now, what do I do with my hands? I'm not gonna just leave them posted. I'm gonna come in and get my chest to the back connection here. Over, under, squeeze. Okay? Now from here, hell yeah, you can work chokes and stuff like that. Too easy. You know? But we have to always imagine what our goals are. You see what I'm saying? And if it's law enforcement's the goal, right? Now I have control over this hand. Now he can't get my weapon. Here, another hand that I'm worried about. But let's say for this scenario, go opposite holster side.
Yeah.
So here. Now the arm is trapped.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I have 2-on-1 control. Now I could rock 2-on-1 here, right? 1, 2, or I can reinforce. And then when it's reinforced, bring it to the chest. Now this is like the jiu-jitsu way because you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but I would recommend for law enforcement, just if you want to be very mindful of being recorded, you know, like surveillance, body cams, you know, we always want to be compassionate, you know, and execute always throughout. Jiu-jitsu is compassion because you have different ways to handling something, and this is control, okay? So when we're here, you can see always to come up and over, maintain however you need to. So I think that's enough of that. That was just like theoretically, no, not theoretically, conceptually, the four-step process that we think about whenever we engage from A to Z. Now, whenever I taught a class, like the UFC gym in Riverdale, I just started doing that earlier today.
Oh, you got back in there?
No. But I'm with these guys at Brunswick now.
Okay.
And they're starting to feel more and more like family, so I'm happy about that.
All right.
But let's talk about the actual thing we're going to execute. And that's, for now, we're going to work off the prerequisite knowledge of starting in close guard. Right. So this is going to be you, Sarwell, all right? So I'm going to be in your close guard, okay? You're going to first take your hand, apply it to the back of my head, and pull it to the chest. Like, the idea here is no separation. Boom. Now, this free hand can come a lot of different places, but what's tactical is it comes over and then it pins. So, the same thing that we learned in the grass, remember, as we're going to continue off of,
And this is called the what?
So this is close guard. And real quick, sorry, Will, like the reason why it's called that, since your legs are in front of me, I'm in your open guard. Like, if your legs are a spear, then you're unguarded type shit.
If you use a spear like this?
Yeah, like let's say your leg was like a spear.
Oh, okay, like a spear.
Anytime, the reason why, if I could touch you, then I could connect and start to work, right? So I just wanted you to conceptualize it. So if they're here in close guard, right, then you can start breaking posture. And then the names go accordingly. Like there's a half guard, where there's just one leg trap, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna be here, right? Close guard scenario. And
the grab here, right? And then what's this hand on?
This hand is gonna be controlling the tricep because you wanna be mindful of strikes.
Now should I have this my
yeah, your legs closed, yep. For this specific purpose. So bring your legs a lot higher. Boom, and then that's exactly where you want to be at. So with this hand, you want to get an overhook, which means like take a bite, like a bear trap, like squeeze right here. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about if I was on top.
Oh yeah, so let me do it to you so you tell me. That's the best way to learn, bro, is to reverse engineer. So let's just say, boom, I got tackled. I'm breaking the posture here, and I'm winging down nice and hard. So go ahead, try to hit my face. I'm just controlling that.
Alright.
You see what I'm saying?
Now where was your hand? Let me see.
So this hand is base of spine. This hand over, right? And now I'm gonna use like my forearm here to kind of get in here to block if they're not postured up. And then if he's throwing strikes, I could always post by the bicep because it's just maintaining something. See what I'm saying? So let's get another shot. So we're here. Boom. Close guard, and we're just gonna be in here and then just pull, just so you can feel that, alright? Okay. So let's switch. Excuse me. Let me just blow my nose out. Alexa, play Spotify. Alexa, play Spotify.
Here's Spotify.